Welcome! How do I make baby food at home? Making up your own baby food will offer both you and your little ones several benefits, and it's actually fairly simple to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of pureeing the food you're already preparing for the rest of the family, so long as it doesn't contain any salt, sugar, or honey. What are the benefits of homemade baby food? The food you make can last in the freezer for up to 3 months, so you'll save a good amount of money. By feeding your baby the foods you also eat, you're introducing them to new tastes and textures and exposing them to the foods your family likes to eat. You will also know exactly what it is they're eating and that it's free of potentially unhealthy additives and preservatives. You can use fresh, seasonal and organic ingredients to ensure the food is as nutritious as possible. So, the benefits are fairly substantial, but will you need to get hold of any expensive equipment to create these baby-friendly dishes? When it comes to equipment, ideally you'll own some kind of blender or food processor, but you can often get by simply mashing softer foods with the back of a fork or shredding them with a grater. So, how do you make baby food? In general, so long as the food you initially offer your baby is pureed and smooth or chopped up into very small and soft chunks that melt in the mouth and require no chewing, you can't really go wrong. However, we do have a few more tips for preparation that it's worth taking note of. Number 1. Making a puree. Place your chosen food or foods in a blender or processor and blend until it's a smooth consistency. Once that's done, pour the food into a sieve so as to catch any larger pieces that otherwise might choke your baby. And then you're ready to go. Baby food can be served cold, at room temperature, or warm. You can also pop the prepared food in a freezer-safe container, ready to be thawed and eaten another day. Number 2. Fruit and veg preparation. First of all, make sure to always thoroughly wash all fruit and veg to get rid of any dirt or pesticides. Now that they're washed, steam or boil your veg so it's soft and mushy, then using the back of a fork or your blender, make up a smooth mixture. Some fruits are already soft enough for processing or blending, such as bananas and avocados, and won't require steaming or boiling. Once your baby is a little older and chewing their foods, and they're able to pick up the food set before them, you need only to chop fruit and veg into small pieces and boil them until soft. Number 3. Using canned and frozen foods. Most canned and frozen foods still make for perfectly good options. Just make sure to thaw frozen foods in the fridge or a bowl of hot water before processing, and choose canned foods that don't have any added sugar or salt. Number 4. Adding a little flavour. Initially, you'll want to serve your baby foods that haven't had any added spices or flavouring, but once they're used to their solid foods, you can add a little sprinkling of cumin, garlic, cinnamon or nutmeg here and there. Just be sure not to add any sugar or salt, and be very careful to avoid anything that might pose a choking hazard, including nuts, hard foods and sticky foods. So, to recap, there are several benefits to making your own baby food. Not only is baby food easy to make and store, but you'll also introduce your baby to meals you like and know exactly what is going into the foods they eat. Ideally, you'll need a food processor or blender to puree foods, although sometimes it's enough to simply mash foods with the back of a fork. So long as the food is smooth and doesn't contain any large chunks, it should be safe for your baby.